Is here to help us break this down. Monica, what do you think of Collier's comments?
Oh, man. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
I think
Monica.
it's important to note who Napheesa Collier is, right? We're talking about a runner-up to the MVP multiple times in her career. We're talking about one of the more measured players in the league, is not someone who flies off the handle emotionally. When she sat down, that was a written statement. And so I think, to me, I can't help but look ahead to the end of October, gentlemen, in which the current collective bargaining agreement will end for the WNBA. And it seems that these sides are woefully far apart across the league in terms of responses from players. There has been no one that hesitated to back Fee and stand alongside of her as players, because she is that trusted and regarded that she would not come to the conversation ill-prepared in terms of really setting this thing off and bringing attention to the fact that these players are not going to back down. And listen, the potential media rights deal, or the media rights deal, I should say, is fantastic. But as we saw back during All-Star break for the WNBA, if you're only getting a minimal percentage, then that is why the players wore those shirts that said pay the players. And so while the rights deal is important, it is also important that it trickle down to the players who make this league that has been so appealing that folks want to be a part of it.
I appreciate that, Monica. I don't disagree with anything that you said. I just want to add to it. Cathy Engelbert, Commissioner of the WNBA. Keep Monica up on the screen, please, because I want to see her. Cathy Engelbert, the Commissioner of the league. Doggy, Peter, Monica, let me say for the record, you should resign. You need to resign, period. Reason I say that, Doggy, is because when a player, any player, but especially one of that magnitude, attacks you publicly like that, that weak-ass statement Commissioner Engelbert gave is not good enough. And I'm going to say it. It was a weak-ass statement. Could you imagine somebody directing comments and criticisms at you, taking conversations they've had with you directly and telling the world what you said? And did you see that statement Commissioner Engelbert gave? She basically provided no defense of herself. I mean, I don't have the statement right directly in front of me, y'all.
It's mischaracterization.
A mischaracterization. I'm disheartened that the mischaracterization. What? That was I'm not saying Napheesa Collier personally attacked her, like personally. I'm not trying to personalize it like that, but I'm just saying her words were piercing. That was an attack against your leadership. It was an attack against your integrity. It was an attack against your character. And that's the statement you came out with. Listen, I reached out to Cathy Engelbert's office. I said, you are welcome to come on my show today to explain, because I want to know how the hell somebody said something like that about you as the commissioner. Doggy, come on, man. I mean, whether it was David Stern or Adam Silver or Roger Goodell or Paul Tagliabue or Pete Rose, could you imagine a commissioner being called out like that directly? And that timid, tepid statement, she looks guilty as hell. And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying, did you really say that? Did you really say that Caitlin Clark should thank her Heavenly Stars, that she wouldn't be worth anything if she wasn't playing in the WNBA? Did you really say? See, all of these things that Napheesa Collier brought up, I'm sitting back going like this. Girl, you got my ears perked. I'm listening, because she got very, very specific. And for her to come, the commissioner to come back with that, you can't have her at the negotiating table talking to players. Basically, Napheesa Collier said she's in the way of our growth and our development as a league, not just on the player side, but on the league side. She's not good for basketball. That's what Napheesa Collier. Nobody questioned Cathy Engelbert's business acumen now, because we know she knows business. And you see the average player salaries, it was $28,000 when they first started. It's about, over $130 now. You got salaries over $200,000 now, some of them, but that's not enough. At the end of the day, you have a star player in the league saying the commissioner, this individual, is in the way of all of us. and that was her statement, I believe she should hand in her resignation.
All right, I have two things to say. Well, more than that. And I don't follow this carefully, but I watched it today. That was a tremendous non-call on the play that Kyer lost the ball
last Friday
and
night.
Lost the game. Okay? That was a great job by the officials.
We agree.
That was not a foul. And Kyer, in her response, said, this is about not W's and losses. Yes, it is. Because you put your statement out after you lost when your coach, right here, Reed, the most disgraceful thing I have seen in 50 years of watching basketball, cursing out fans, walking into the gym, going into the post locker room, the media room, and killing the officials. When the official got the call right, I was in the real building with Pat Riley with the Lakers against the Celtics with Rambis. I was there when Pat Riley got burned with Hugh Hollins on a call by Hubert Davis, which gave the Celtics, which gave the Bulls wins. That was an incredibly horrendous decision.
It was the reverse. Phil Jackson got burned.
Terrible, terrible job by Reed. She should apologize for garbage, ridiculous behavior. I spoke to an NBA official today who's in the Hall of Fame. He said, Chris, that was a tremendous non-call. The officials did the exact right thing. Kyer says it's not about W's and L's. Yes, it is. You lost the game, you lost the ball, and you're frustrated. B, your coach acted like a complete... You don't act like that. You don't act like that. And she should apologize. You know what? I was out of line. The call was right. I can't run in the court, curse out the fans, and then on top of it, destroy the officials with my season. She deserved a suspension. Now we get that out of the way. This is, Steve, about labor negotiations. You have been around forever. We have seen the NFL lose games. We have seen the NBA lose games. They lost a half a season in '99 with the strike. We have seen baseball get amputated
94.
and lose a World Series. I saw people kill Selig. I saw people kill Stern. I saw people kill Rozelle and Tagliabue because they were frustrated with the CBA. This is the same deal. They're annoyed that the CBA is not yet solved, and as a result, they're frustrated. She's mad by a call, and she's going crazy. This will get settled when they negotiate a deal in October.
I'll add to that, but I know Monica wants to say something. We got on remote. Go ahead, Monica. You speak first, and then I'll follow.
Okay, the only thing I got to check you on, Doggy, because you're right. CBAs can be contentious, and commissioners have an agenda, and players have an agenda. And if this does head toward a lockout in the WNBA, then so be it. But I do have to check you, because she started that statement and said, congratulations to the Phoenix Mercury. I completely disagree that this statement was in any way connected to the fact that they lost. In fact, should the Lynx have made it to the finals? Should the Lynx have possibly been the finals champion ultimately? I still think that based on what is happening currently and who Napheesa Collier is, working closely with Nneka Ogwumike, Brianna Stewart, the entire WNBA Players Union, this statement was still probably going to come at some point, particularly women around the league